10 seconds. That's where you can stop doing CP and try practicing some interview questions there. Like in from the LeetCode only, you can find various questions which are already asked in product-based companies.
Okay, sir. So, what are the skills we should develop to be placed in big companies? Like we come from a tier 3 college. So, what are the skills that we should develop so that the companies take us?
Yeah, so there's a myth like it's nothing kind of tier one, tier two, tier three. You need to be more competitive enough. You must be interested in your field. So the thing is, why you are in tier three? Because you haven't done that much hard work in your 12th. That's what the reason. That's what I believe. I'm also from tier three college,
Yes, sir.
and so what I believe in some point of in your life, you need to do a hard work, whether it's in 12th, whether it's in college, or it's in your uh, after college life struggle. So for that, what I believe is the skills you need to make is first start with what your professors doing lectures about, like try understanding the core subjects. For example, data structure algorithm. Just focus on that. Ask question to them like how is it implemented, because what I believe is they're not interested to give you that much deeper about that subject. They must be ended up saying the basic about them, but you have to be curious and ask them like how is it implemented, how you can optimize that. So it's all about you, and I think uh, focusing on your college courses only will be enough to build a good concept in you. But that's really matters. Like you need to study for online materials also. So the the primary skills I believe is data structure and algorithms, and on top of that, you can learn OS, DBMS, and this will really help. Yeah.
So, next question we got was, बचपन से टॉपर होना पड़ता है क्या Amazon फोड़ने के लिए?
Okay, so I'll relate it to myself. Like I'm not good in till class 10th. Like I I was having 5.2 CGPA in class 10, so it's minimum below average, second division can say. So and after that, not that much. I have scored 66.4% in my class 12. So you can relate to by yourself, like how the topper relates to any product-based company character. So the only thing matters is where you do your hard work. So if you have done hard work in your 12th, after 12, then you must be in the some good reputed college, tier one college. Then there you might not have to struggle that much. Like you need to study, but not that struggle that much what that 3 are experiencing. So after that, if you haven't done good in after 12th, then you must have to do hard work in your college then. So it really doesn't matter if you're a topper. Like topper in my class is isn't placed anywhere. So that's
Okay,
like
sir.
that.
So, what is the interview process at Amazon? How many rounds and what all they asked you?
Yeah. So for SD intern, there were 2 technical rounds, and yeah, before that there was one online coding competition round. So yeah, that much. No behavioral, no other rounds were there for intern, and yeah, for the full-time SD, there were I think 4 technical and some behavioral round kind of. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So, how should we start preparing for placement and what are resources we should use?
Yeah. So let's split it and come to the second year. So if you are in second year, then you must start competitive coding. That's really recommended. And another thing is you must build your concepts. And for the resources is that there is one ocean in internet. You can find anything which will help you. So for that, I would suggest try picking up all the things like pick Geek for Gigs, pick any YouTube channel which helps you to build your concept, and pick any mock courses like from Udacity, from an academy, and try see what helps you better. Like there are some other perspective, other interest, and other opinion in different persons. So you need to be self-evaluate that which course helping me actually. Like if someone is doing from gigs for gigs and you find it, no, I'm not interested in that, I can't understand this, so you must try another thing, right?
Yes.
So that's what I believe. And let's come to the third year. If you're in third year, then I think it's not that much late. You can start from uh, building your concept that's really needed, and then practice on lead code, I would suggest, rather than competitive coding, because it's kind of competitive coding, but you will get enough time. Like there were daily tasks coming out of there, and also what I told you, right? The all the questions which are already asked in product-based company should be listed in the late code only. So you can find it very helpful. And if you're in fourth year, then I think you can just start building your concept, and then you can practice on late code. That's the only thing you can do right now if you're in fourth year. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, how should we be productive in these times, and how should we keep ourselves motivated to solve every question after we fail?
Which time you mean to say this COVID time?
Yes, sir. This COVID time.
All right then. So yeah, for that I believe is you must be competitive enough, because there were people already sitting in their home and doing a lot of the things by their own, like building app and doing web development. Like they are also doing what you are doing sitting at home. Yeah. So for that you need to be more competitive, and find some good resources and make a good schedule, and then start executing them. And also don't be kind of like the market is down. Market is really not down. So there are various company which hires a lot, but I understand about the startups. They are slow down their hiring, but you can find a best opportunity in the big companies. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, do you think computer science engineer has the option of going into a non-technical world?
Yeah, sure. So there are various CS engineer in my company itself doing managing the whole team, and doing other kind of like sales and this kind of thing. So it really doesn't matter. Like anyone who is any technical can go to non-technical very easily. If they found interest, they are going to spend time on that field. And yeah, there is another path for that. Yeah, you can do anything you want. So you have seen that some engineers are doing another thing. Like there were various examples. I can't name them. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a question in chat box. Sir, how did you make it to different hackathons? What's the process?
So there isn't any process like in my class only. Nobody is interested in hackathons, right? So what I used to do is I used to search online like just only the keyword hackathons, and whatever I found in the first page, I just go to them and try to see what are the eligibility criteria, and where is it going to happen, and what are the problems are there. So I was really interested into doing that, and that's how I already that's how I found that Smart India Hackathon also, and Kit Fest. Yeah.
Okay. So nowadays we see there are many people who are doing courses in Coursera and other platforms like that. How do you think their certificates matter? How much importance does that certificates keep for like placement?
Okay. So more than the certificate, your learning matters. That's one thing. And
Yes.
another thing is the certificates matters where your another skills are not important. I'll try to explain that. Like if you go to any another than the product-based company, any company, it can be service-based on any small startup. It can do anything. So where they will see are you a ready-made kind of person, like you have done a good certification in Python, then you must be able to code in Python, make projects in Python, right? So they really look for it, like have you done any certification? So that matters in their organization only. But if you are targeting for a big product-based company, kind of Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Adobe, so there you don't need to show your certificates, you just need to show your skills. Like are you able to crack this question, and are you able to share the approach, and like, are you able to code it eventually? So that's what they look for. I don't think that certificate that much matters, but it's good to have in your resume.
Yeah. So there is another question in the chat box. So how did you handle errors in CP?
Okay, so I think I mentioned earlier that I haven't done CP. But yeah, people like my friends do a lot. Like one of my friend is 6-star code and code chef. So like I usually hang out with him. So he was something kind of like, if you got any error, then don't block yourself. Just try to see the tutorial. If it's really blocking you for kind of 2 days, so that's what you can do, right? So just see the tutorial if it's available, and try to see another solution like how they are doing, because uh, it's a global competition, and you will ended up finding a very good solution for that, even optimized, even more less time consuming. So try to see others code. So the only suggestion is try to see others code. That's really helpful.
Okay, sir. So can you tell us more about your SIH project, Smart India Hackathons project?
Yeah, sure. So Smart India Hackathon project. So like there were one question like how we can optimize the electric consumption of any IoT sensor devices. So suppose if in an industry there were millions of IoT sensor deployed, but they're running all time like 24 hours and 7 days a week. So you just need to come up with an approach like when you like you need to see the matrices of where the sensor that heavily used. So suppose for example the sensor is heavily used in daytime, but it's stay idle in nighttime. So you just need to track those matrices and come up with the approach where you can switch on and switch off the sensor, where you can ended up finding a good electric saving. So in our project, we saved around 97% of electricity by just switching on and switching off the sensors. So that's where we came to the panel, and then there were another team who was a winner actually. So they just used some machine learning approach, and I'm not that much aware at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So tell us about the different platforms to practice CP.
Yeah. So for CP, I would suggest I think CodeChef and codeforces is enough. But if you're targeting for any interview and like you have 6 months or 8 months in your hands, then you can probably start with LeetCode. I would highly recommend that. Yeah.
Okay, sir. How much is needed CP for a tech company? How much
Uh,
CP is needed for
yeah.
a tech company?
Yeah. So for a tech company, they just use CP to short out your resume. That much. And for after that you must be able to crack the solution. So see, how much CP is needed is another question, like how much you must be competitive enough, and you must be able to think a solution within a 10 second or within a minute. So that's what matters here. You must be able to do that within 1 month of practicing, but some people used to do within year or 2 years. So there you can probably stop and try finding any good platform where you can practice interviews questions like LeetCode. Yeah.
Okay, sir. How much data science is important in tech companies?
Yeah, data science is really important. Like there were another position for that as an applied scientist or data scientist or a data engineer. So you can find it very broad ways. It is, yeah. Data scientist. If you are a data scientist, then you don't need to apply for SD intern. You will have a good like position for that. Like for SD intern, you must be all rounder, right? A full stack developer. But if you're interested in only machine learning or kind of data scientist, then there is a separate position where you can find yourself more effective and helpful, and also your career growth is there. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So how much time to dedicate per day in CP if you are a beginner?
I would suggest 2 to 3 hours, and if you are stuck anywhere, then yeah, you must do this 8 hour or 10 hour if you are free. I don't recommend to take your time out of your courses. Like if you're going to fail in your course, then nobody going to hire you. So
Yes.
just spend your time there also. But I would suggest that 2 to 3 or 4 hours is enough. Yeah.
Okay. So have you contributed in open source?
No, actually.
Okay. So does web development adds more importance along with CP?
Web development, I don't think that's relatable actually, but web development is something kind of another field. Big tech companies also have a good position for them as a web developer. Right? Other companies do also have, but if you want to relate with CP, then I don't think if you're good enough in web developer and finding a position for the web developer only, then I don't think they will ask you CP or kind of. So that's not that much relatable, but it's good to have both. Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell us some important topics for interview, like which interviewers asked first?
Yeah, so just start with the basics, kind of linked list and trees, graphs. They're really important. Like you can find it most common among all interviews, and then probably if you're good enough in that basics, then you can probably start in the advanced one, kind of heap and all. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, some details about cloud computing and AWS certification.
Okay, so cloud computing and AWS certification is really important. Like some companies, I'm not going to the product based, I'm just going to some companies which are just a startup or any service based. They usually move their current architecture to the cloud architecture, right? Because it's a really reliable and cost saving solution for them. So they really look for the developer who are really proficient in AWS. So they just need to hire and yeah, they can really do migration from their current architecture to the cloud with you. So there where you can find that important, but I don't think for big product based company, they usually give you time to learn those things. They will give you enough reimbursement and money also to learn those things. So it's not something you will like do by yourself, because you can find it like very, if you are good enough in learning those things, then probably you can learn anything you want, right? By spending some little time.
Yes,
So
sir. So did Amazon check your GitHub profile?
my GitHub profile is not that much good. I think I rarely made 1 or 2 projects, and not that much. But no, he isn't checked, I guess.
Sir, does applying to career page brings a response and which is right time to apply?
So in applying directly to the career page will may results at slow response, because I think there were many candidates all over the India mainly applying for the same position. So you must be getting low response, and you must be kind of like they are not responding that much. And even I didn't get an email. So yeah, that's common. And for that, there's a separate part of referral. You can find any employee, if you have any contact of any employee in any company, then you can ask for referral. That's a really easy process to pick that resume selection round. Yeah, you'll directly get into the either online test or interviews. And for like whatever and the second part of the question, I think I forgot.
So which is the right time to apply?
Yeah. So there's, I think you need to keep your eye on career page. Like there are several different time zones in, some companies do open their hiring in August, September, or October. Some people have different time period. So you just need to keep your eye on their career page and see, and be active on LinkedIn. That's really important.
Sir, how to get internships from second year?
I would not recommend you to get internship in second year. I have a reason, because in third year you will find that people usually hire a lot interns, because they find that they have done enough uh, practice or enough, they have enough build their concepts in core subjects. So they'll find more interested to hire third-year student for internship rather than second year. So I would suggest instead of doing an internship, you may find internship in Internshala and all, but if you are going to invest that time in learning those things, then that will be really helpful. That's what I believe. It's my opinion. You can try finding internship in second year itself. It's not a problem. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So what are the role of projects that we make, like in interviews in product-based companies?
Oh, sorry, I didn't get.
So what are the role of project that we made for interviews in project-based companies, product-based companies?
Role of the projects, you mean like, I didn't get that part. Which
सर
kind of
अभी
role you're
जो
asking
कॉलेज
about?
में हम लोग प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हैं उनका
Hmm.
हमारे जब इंटरव्यूज में जाएंगे कितना
Oh,
रोल होगा?
yeah, correct. Sorry. So for that, they are really important. They like to shortlist your resume actually, because if you have done a good project, like kind of 3 or 4, then they will like it's a first appearance on their mind that he is able to convert an idea into the product or any kind of project. So that's really matters a lot, because not only the product based companies, but also all other companies look for the person who really develops a good project and just can should be able to turn out an idea to the product. That's what they are looking for, right? They're not going
Yeah.
to do competitive coding in their organization. They are going to develop a product. So that's really matters.
Okay. Sir, can a non-tech branch apply in Amazon and get the job?
You mean from a non-tech to a tech job?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's I think it is possible, but they prefer some guy who is already in the tech branch. But if you're good enough to crack their interviews, to crack their online rounds, then you can, I guess. Yeah, that's not a year blocker actually.
So they don't look into our branches, that means.
They look, but if you are good enough in other things like what they want, then they will probably skip that or ignore that.
Okay, sir. So what according to you is the best technology to follow, like among machine learning, web, Android, cybersecurity, etc.?
Yeah. So, in my opinion, first, what's important is to build your base, your foundation very strong. After that, is just a wrapper over other technology. Like if you have done a good, if you have built your concept that much good, the core subjects, then probably you can spend your 2 or 3 months to learn Android, and that will be really easier for you. And also machine learning, if you have done a good practice in algorithms, then machine learning is just a wrapper over there. You just need to learn Python and then apply some algorithms over there. So first build your concept, and then take any project, any technology you want to go. So what I recommend to do is like ML is really trending as of now, and I think it's having good future ahead. And also Android is really good. You can probably hands on Android also. Yeah.
Okay. So how to make a resume strong so that the person in front of us is referred?
Yeah, sure. So first suggestion and most important suggestion is make it a one pager. That really help. And don't try to include some like your personal information more. Like you are interested in dancing and you're interested in these are your hobbies. Like they are not hiring for you that, you know. So you
Right.
just mention all your skills, what really matters to you and what you want to showcase. Like showing your resume is kind of selling you as a product. So just be make sure that you highlight some important stuffs there. And whatever certification you have done, whatever projects you have done, just write one liner, two liner about those projects. What's your role on that project, and what technology you have used. And like it doesn't matter if you mentioned your marks in that resume, it doesn't really matter, because like suppose there were two conditions. If you have scored less, then it will be really bad expression. And if you have done very good, then they will look for your skills, not for your marks. So
Yes.
just be make sure to include only important stuff that matters to them. Think of their perspective, not yours.
Okay, sir. So what is importance of other curriculum activities in resume?
Uh, yeah, so those are important if you're applying for any managerial skills. Then, if you have mentioned that you have organized an event in your college, that's really important, and that's really beneficial for you. And also, if you're just work backwards, like see what position you're applying, and then decide what skills you need to mention. So, if you're applying for any tech, then don't mention your other curriculum that you have done a manager and this. So that will be mainly ignored. So try to make resume as per your job role. That will really help.
So, what is the environment of Amazon, like your working area?
Yeah, so there were no time bound. Like you can just commit yourself. Like I'm going to do that project in within these days, and yeah, you can do. You can take whatever time you want, and there's really good culture. Like people are really actively helping each others and unblocking each others from their work. And also, there's good career path. Like you can grow yourself by learning and doing implementation and yeah, there's really good environment to grow.
So, like you told, you turned your internship into a full-time job. So, how was it possible?
Oh yeah, so that's really important because there was just two way to get into the full time, right? Just first way is to got converted from internship to to get a PPO, and another way is just an interview round. So you'll find that the first way is really difficult for you. Like you need to do lot of the things in your internship, right? But not in interview. Interview you need to just go through I think 4 or 5 rounds, whatever it takes, and then you will get into that full time if you are eligible enough. And for the internship, you need to do hard work daily, so that's really important. And you need to showcase your skills and your public skills, your communication skills daily actually. And there you need to maintain a team building you need to show that you are a good team player, you can able to work in a team effectively, and you are helping in nature, you are a good problem solver, that you need to consistently maintain over all the your internship tenure, right? So that's really difficult also, but kind of easier way to get into that full time, just ignoring the interview process of 4 or 5 rounds. Yeah.
So, any such incident which you like to share with us for like Amazon की company के लोग कैसे हैं और आपके साथ ऐसा कुछ हुआ?
So I can't remember any of them right now.
Okay.
Oh,
So, next question. The one who is in last year can apply through Amazon just by referring that there is some other medium.
oh, I didn't get that. You mean to say like another way of getting into the Amazon? Is it related to that?
Sir, yes, sir, yes.
Okay, yeah. So the first way is just to apply to the career portal, and another way is just to get a referral. And there were several events which are also organized by them, like it's Amazon Wow. It's for women, and then uh, I think they are usually conducting some events for that. And I don't know much of them. Just what I know is just only three of them. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Are big companies like Amazon dominated by IITians?
No, like there were off-campus guys around my team also, and there were I think 70% IITians working in my team, and rest of them are from either from tier 2 or tier 3. So it's not dominated by them actually, but you can find Bits Pilanis and all the private colleges students are also there. So it's not dominating by IITians.
Okay, sir. Have you taken any course for cracking interviews?
No,
No. Should
I
we
just
take any
use
course?
the. Yeah, so like it's depend on you. Are you able to spend money? The first thing, because some courses really offer you a kind of contract. Like
Yes,
if
sir.
you get into any company, big company, then you have to pay something amount to them. So it's just up to you. If you think that that course will help you, then you must take it. And if you think that you can do by yourself, that's also a good thing. But I think it's not required because you can find a good resource in internet for free. So this is just up to you. Like, are you going to look for any shortcut? But it's not shortcut actually. You need to do a hard work there also. But just it's one's perspective, like how they are thinking.
So which language do you prefer to code?
I would suggest start with C++, but I haven't because I started with C language and then learn C++, then Python, then Java, then all. But I would suggest to start with C++. It's widely used language all over the world, and then have a good grasp over Java, and that will be easier to switch to from C++ to Java.
Okay.
And mainly, most of the companies uses Java for backend, so that would help.
Okay. Sir, how to get referrals?
Yeah, so to get a referral, you just need to be a good connection, and then if you find your any relatives or any person you know into any company, then just ask them to refer you. Share your resume. Ask them a process, like because it's really important to know that some like different companies having different process. For example, in other companies, you can first apply by yourself and then ask for referral. So that's what other companies do. But in Amazon, strictly, it's not the process. You just need to send your resume and the job ID which you're looking for to the whatever person you know in that company, and then he will apply on your behalf, and then you can just need to fill out that application, a link which he will send. So that's strictly not recommended to apply by yourself in Amazon. So you just need to understand what different companies follow the process. So it's better to reach out to them only and ask them what's the process. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So what is importance of CGPA in college?
CGPA in college. Yeah. So like first of all, like some companies like Cisco and all look for the students which are above eight CGPA, but most of the company doesn't, because in Amazon the only criteria is you shouldn't have a backlog. That's it. If you are five pointer two sorry 4 pointer, then it doesn't matter. If you haven't have any backlog, then you're good to go.
Okay. So how to apply off campus?
Yeah, so told you right. Off campus, two ways, three ways actually. Just apply by yourself in a career portal. Another way is just get a referral, and another way is Amazon Wow, which is only for women. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, everything is online now. So what type of internships are going to help us in this environment? Also, when and where to apply?
Yeah. So as it is online, yeah, you need to do a lot of effort to get the requirement actually. Because in office you can just go to them, sit beside him, and ask, "What's? Can you please help me understand the project? I didn't get you." But in online, you need to just schedule a meeting, and just really lot of effort required for that. So you
Yes.
just need to be more like actively involved in those projects, and where to apply is I think many company hires a lot, like for internship also. So you just need to search around the internet, like in LinkedIn you can search, and in Google itself you can search. And when to apply, so when to apply, there were several seasons. Like some company hires between October to December, and some companies hire between March to May. So you just need to keep your eye in like careers page of many companies. Yeah.
Okay, sir. What kind of projects are you working on in Amazon?
So I won't share much detail about that, but uh, just an overview. Like I have done two projects in my internship. First project is related to making a service full CI/CD. It's something related to kind of automation kind of thing. And another project I have done is related to audio description, which so I'm basically in Prime Video team.
Okay.
So in that audio description is a kind of subtitle, which kind of subtitle which helps deaf people to sorry blind people to see a video. and for that I have used to make a platform which supports audio description. And currently I'm in my full time I'm working with the London team to launch a 4 language in Prime Video application. So if you can see in a Prime Video application, there were, I think, must be 20 to 23 language, I guess, but I will be supporting 4 language, and I will be enabling that 4 language in Prime Video application, I think, in this year also, this year only. Yeah.
Okay. If anybody else is having any question, you can unmute yourself and ask, or ask in the chat box.
Oh, hello, sir.
Hey, hi.
Hello, sir. Thank you for coming to our session. And my basic question is, if anyone who is doesn't do any like CP work or in the second year and he started just for third year, so what do you think? What is the steps he or she require for that?
Yeah, so you mean to say that he haven't done any CP
Yeah,
yet and is in third year, right?
yeah. But just done some
Yeah.
projects like some projects on like web or like machine learning. So what do you think?
So it's really like another path for them to go with. Like first, they need to build a good concept. Like it's really depends where you are targeting. Like if you're targeting for any product-based companies and really big companies, then you need to change your path. Actually, you just need to build good concept in data structure and algorithms and core subjects. Core subjects is less important, but the most important subject is data structure and algorithm, and then you can go ahead with that path only. So I think you just need to change your path. And if you are looking for any specific role related to your current project, suppose you want to be a web developer and or Android developer in any company, so then you can go with that path only and learn some good uh, that's where data structure algorithm is also required, but
Yeah.
you can move with that technology, and that would really help.
Thank you, sir.
So one more question we had in chat box: how to look for good internship?
Yeah, so you just need to search a lot. That's the first thing. And there were several platform which provides you internship and all. So where you can also find that, and just be active on LinkedIn. You can come across many opportunities for internship there only. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Any other questions? You can unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, we'll wind up the meet.
किसी के पास कुछ भी डाउट्स है तो पूछ सकते हैं सर से, सर फ्री टू या कुछ भी डाउट्स है तो पूछ सकते हैं, ऐसा कोई मतलब रिलेटेड मतलब काइंड ऑफ ये भी पूछ सकते हैं कि नॉन मतलब टेक्निकल जरूरी नहीं है सर, हर चीज आंसर देने के लिए रहेंगे, बाकी आप लोग बता दो. या अगर बोलने में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है तो चैट बॉक्स में भी लिख सकते हो, ऐसा कोई इशू
Yes,
नहीं है.
you can write your questions in chat box as well. I guess there are no other questions. So thank you so much, Sudhit sir, for coming and sharing all this valuable information with us. And
Yeah,
also,
I really appreciate your effort, guys. Like you're really thinking good for other students, like how to unblock them, how to clear their doubts. I really appreciate that.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session.
Yeah, thanks. I think there were any question, I guess.
So there is a question from where do you order Flipkart or Amazon?
So I haven't used Flipkart as of now because I prefer Amazon, and I have ordered something from there, like 2 or 3 items. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for coming, sir. It was very wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's really nice interacting with you guys.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, sir. I would also like to thank all the participants for joining.